Okay, it is nighttime now. You have just entered nighttime, and I will be doing one video before saying good night. I am going to talk about a situation, and when you hear it, you will understand that um, not that many, but some people would understand this. Anyways, you understand when I get to it. You see. For example, right? If let's say somebody shows a lot of aptitude, right? What do you think typically? Like if you see somebody, for example, say they start doing something and 1 month they're really good. And it could be literally anything, right? On any level. And I mean level one of any level. But you think to yourself, this person is a prodigy. Wow, this is amazing. How are they doing this? Blah, 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 right? Now, if that prodigy is losing in his life, and let's say I'm gonna throw it back on myself, the guy's not present, he has zero presence and zero effect. Now logically you would think if somebody who's really smart or really good, if they have zero effect on anything and zero presence, they must suck. Obviously either they suck or they've just they're total losers. They've been losers in their lives. They have no friends. Nobody gives a shit about them, etc., etc. That's what you think. Now, I can typically, as far as I know, I've never met anyone who was a prodigy, and unless they sucked really bad, either they sucked really bad, or they were just doing really fucked up shit, or they were just fucking up really bad. Right? So there's got to be something to it. Now, if you see somebody who you understand or comprehend as being close to perfect, and you see that, what do you think? Now, maybe you'll think to yourself, wow, does this mean I can get like any big fish in the world? Does this mean we can like pummel people down the sides who are like higher than the fucking high as the sky? Like what does that mean, And that's what I mean when I talked about maliciousness. When you are maliciously fucking up, it's worse than fucking up like innocent. Innocent is like, it's an honest mistake. Somebody's not malicious, they kind of back off, and there's nothing more. That's how maliciousness is like, So I think I explained that well, but I shouldn't need to say more because I put on all these videos about ghosting and living as a ghost, having zero presence. All of a sudden you have a presence. Now how I want to explain it is, I've impressed myself, but it's not that I never knew I could do anything. I literally thought that I was going to be living that life like that for the rest of my life. As long as I lived, I was gonna be stuck in that particular mode. I would never be able to get out of it. I somehow, after a long time, I finally got out of there. And it wasn't easy at all. It was full of shit, but I got out of there, right? And then now I have a presence and it's really easy. Like I'm showing things and it's not a big deal anyways. But it wasn't like an overnight thing like that. It was step by step, and eventually I got out, which was cool. And that's all I want to say. But I would say, as adults and stuff, we have to be responsible for our decisions. I've always been thought of as somebody who was too much in their head, an overthinker, somebody who didn't act, somebody who was slow to act. Some people thought that I was so stupid, and I've heard this. Some people thought that I was so stupid that I didn't know how smart I was, and the reason was that since I was born, people ignored me. Maybe because they hated me or they were jealous of me, but because everybody ignored me, I wasn't able to realize my potential and be who I was supposed to be. And I know there's a lot of people that thought that. The truth is, I don't think that, but I'm pretty sure nobody's ever seen me play piano like that. I'm pretty sure nobody's, I mean, that was one little thing though. But I mean, on every level, I would, like, I know 100% that I would, I'm like so sure of it. Like I have no doubt in my mind because I've been really I've been observing, thinking, putting things together, and it was a while ago that I was like, dude, I really think I'm above average now. Like in a total overall, taking everything into consideration, I'm like above average, man. That would probably mean a huge thing in my life, And now I'm like in the top 10%. But that's all it is. And you know what, man? Really, I now one thing I don't want is I don't want people getting on me, right? For example, well, you're making us look bad, or you're too good, and you're making other people look bad. You're making a lot of people look bad. You're making people feel bad. For example, they might say you should be in a better situation. Well, if I should be in a better situation, first of all, I mean, like, it's not like I'm holding myself back. Number one. Number two, as I've always done, I'm kind of trying my best to play the system perfectly, right? Whatever, not even system, whatever game system, whatever comes my way, I do my utter best to treat everything accordingly, and I do my best. Judgment has always been a very important thing for me. Is judgment? You know what I mean? Judgment has always been a big thing to me. But so judgment's always been a big thing to me, and I am very careful when I make decisions. That doesn't mean that I'm an overthinker and I take too long or anything like that. But I mean, I kind of can see how things go, and I know that for example, right? Let's look at the world. I mean, I've never seen something so stupid in my life as the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I forget my life, everything I know about history, and I was an avid World War I, World War II, even when they used to fight with swords and chivalry and knights, Middle Ages. I was a big history war guy. I knew I knew my dates like the back of my hand about Napoleon and all the places. I kind of forgot most of it now. But I used to know all that, and I've never seen a world power, someone who's supposed to have one of the strongest militaries in the world, behave so stupidly. I mean, I don't call it insanity. I call it stupidity. Now, you might say, well, they were smart. They might say, hey, look, we were really, we were getting fucked up really bad, and we had no choice. So we wanted to keep our status, and taking over Ukraine would do that. And if we have to, we'll take over more and more countries. The way they rushed in there and just shooting so many missiles, bombing like crazy. I mean, I've never seen anything so stupid in my life. And for a nation of people who are supposed to be so superior to act so stupid, I don't know. And listen, man, when you do, I'll tell you one thing. If you do the stupidest thing in the world, you will have some people who go, woo, yeah, you did a great job. Okay, remember that. If you got a cheerleading section in the audience for you, and even when you do the dumbest, stupidest thing, they will be cheering for you. I don't have that in my life. I'm too fucking real for that. You don't get that just by, one day I'm going to do. No, it doesn't work like that, dude. I have built up my reputation, man. I was, ever since I was a kid, I had a reputation, man. I wasn't backstabbing people and things like that. I had my own thing going on. You know what I mean? And that's it. People would try to get me to hang out with them and be one of those people, and I just couldn't do it. And I know that's a good thing. But for example, if you want, praise Russia, they are so stupid. I've never seen a country behave so stupidly. I mean, that's the dumbest thing you can do. And what do you get? You get nothing from that. But it's the idea of superiority. Well, I got a stronger military. I'm gonna kill. And then what? It's like, dude, you fucked up so bad, man. You know what I mean? It's like Ice Cube had a song called "Check Yourself." You know, I like that. What did I say yesterday in my video? You know, you got to know your place. Don't be above it and don't be lower than it. Try to be around where you are, legitimately. So somebody, if people want to say that I was a big pussy in the past, I'm not going to disagree with them. You know, maybe that's how they felt, but and there may be some people I don't know, but the thing is that I you know, I don't want to do something. And you might say, well, you're so stupid. You did a bank robbery. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. And I'm glad that I mean, okay, I'm not glad I got charged for it and all that shit, but I had no accomplices. I had nobody to snitch on. I didn't snitch on anybody. Did it on my own. I don't know. But that led me into a life where I was able to, by myself, or mostly with myself, kind of fix my problem that I had for so long, for 3 decades. The issue I had, step by step, going up and up, and finally having a presence in my life is totally different now. I'm totally different now. So that's the deal. And I'm gonna say good night. I may come back with another video if I get an idea where I feel like I could put up a good video. I'll try to keep it short because this one is pretty decent length. I'll try to keep it short, and maybe I'll put an extension to this or come up with a new idea.